Oh yeah. All right. Let me try to get into this whole GloRilla and F.N.F shit. Here we go. F.N.F, GloRilla, Hitkidd. Okay. So if you don't know, GloRilla, who just blew up, is beefing with the guy who is the producer of the song. They're beefing over ownership rights. Okay? GloRilla claims she hasn't made any money from F.N.F, which, by the way, somebody needs to tell her, welcome to the music industry. The money you made from your records ultimately is going to be your publishing, and whatever you got as an advance for, like, I think, how much did Gotti give her? Yo Gotti signs GloRilla for, let me see how much. Because she was flexing a lot of money for $600,000. Yeah, that $600,000 is you getting paid for the song. I don't know if she knows that. Like, people think that when you get signed, the money you get signed for is free cash. No, that $600,000 is a $600,000 that you're signing that they could collect all of the earnings for that song, probably like back collected and collected in the future. You're not getting paid, like, that's your money. You're not getting paid, brother. That's it. Okay? So most people really don't get royalty checks because the label's going to keep you in debt. Somebody said, "Act don't upload to another page." No, bro. You know I upload, like, I'm still on my main page. Like, the fuck? Anyway. So, yeah. So, she said she never made no money from the song. Let me see if I can just, whatever. Okay. She said, "Nigga don't made so much money from F.N.F and I haven't made 1 red cent, but I'm prospering because guess what? I could rap in real life and not no motherfucking one-hit wonder. I wrote every single lyric and every single song I ever put out, and even after this, I still got love for Hitkidd because we came up even though he been going behind my back ever since the song blew up, and that's the story for another day. I just hate the fact that he had to bring the business, social media, when he could have been came out, when I could have been came out about a stink shit he did to me, okay?" Then she says, is this her? This is her, right? "Niggas been salty ever since I ain't signed to their label to be a group for $0. One more thing for I log out. Nigga, you signed the song away the first week without me knowing $50K because you didn't know how big it was going to be. Should I keep going?" Okay. Here's the whole beef with this song. It's who owns the song. Now, let me explain to you how, like, usually works with records. And this is why the masters matter. Whoever owns the masters, right, or the rights to the masters, owns the song. That's it. I don't care what nobody else says. That's it. Now, how is this usually decided? Well, if I'm a producer, technically they use this word masters, but like it gets a little more complicated. Usually, it's the master is usually the first copy of the song that gets mass produced. So it's the song that every other copy is going to come from. Right? But because we're in a digital age and you're not burning CDs, even though we are copying files, what ends up being the master recording, yes, is the file. However, it's now more about the rights to the master. Who has the rights to it? Right? Now, the rights to the master usually is for example, if you pay for studio time, right? And you bought a lease beat, you own the rights to the masters because it's your song, right? It's basically, I don't want to get too complicated. It's basically whose song it is. Now, here's the thing. This guy, Hitkidd, I always wonder who the fuck is this, right? If it's his song, right? So say he's a producer who was doing an EP and he said, "Yo, GloRilla, come jump on this beat and do the song for me," right? It's going to be on my project, right? If that's the case, which, by the way, even if she did do that, she's probably going to lie and they're going to fight it out in court. It's going to be in court. If that's the case, it's his song. For example, DJ Khaled songs, DJ Khaled's going to own the masters, or he's going to own the rights to the masters. He'll own the rights to the masters. Sometimes the masters could also get, like, you know, almost like split up depending on how many people are on the track and if people have leverage or not. You get me? Usually that's not the case. Usually it's just that person owns the masters. When you sign to a label, usually it says, "Yo, we are signing you that we could own all the masters that you produce," right? Now, again, I'm trying to just think of what situation they have. If homie's saying hop on my song, I'm putting out this song as a producer, which usually is going to be Hitkidd featuring GloRilla. If that's the case, he would own the masters. Now, if he owns the masters to that song, which is a hit song, if you don't know it, this is that F-R-E-E, fuck nigga free song. If he owns the masters, now she's entitled to money. Like, don't get it twisted. So when you do a split sheet, which you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to say, okay, you own the masters, which pretty much now is you own the rights to the song. But when money comes in for the song, you need to allocate how it gets paid out. So usually you do a split sheet. You could say you're getting this amount of the revenue, and then the feature is getting this amount of the revenue. Okay? And then sometimes the producer gets a very small percent. Well, in this case, I'm assuming it's his song. So in this case, it would be like, okay, I get say I'm him. I get 50% of the revenue, you get 50% of the revenue. Okay? But that's just the royalties. Doesn't mean even if they're getting 50-50 royalties means they both own the song. If he owns the rights to the masters, he makes the decisions on that. You get what I mean? Now, what does that mean? If he owns the masters, he could sell the master. The master is going to be important because controlling the rights to that song that's doing a lot of streams, number one, her label is going to want it. So CMG definitely wants it. You want that. You need to have the rights to the masters to fully monetize that shit how you want to. Right? Now, you know what he could do? He could do a bunch of like little distro deals, which that's what you're kind of hearing her refer to. When she said he sold a song for $50K, no, he probably took a distro deal to release it some way, somehow through, I don't know, maybe on someone else's project or in a compilation, and he's just getting the money. Now, granted, it's probably poor business because he should have broke the money down with her. But I'm telling you, the way he's operating, he owns the masters of the song. And that's the most important thing because even though it's her voice all over the song, it don't matter if you wrote the song. If the rights to the masters is controlled by him, yeah, you should get a split on not only the publishing, but the royalties, but you can't determine what happens to the song. Whoever who owns the song gets to determine, oh, okay, we're going to do this deal with it. Oh, we're going to put it here. We're going to put it on these albums, this and third. Without the ownership of the master, she could never put that song on any of her projects without him signing off. And you know what he might say? For it to go on your project, I need a check. So again, whoever owns the masters is the person who is the most important here, right? This is where it's going to get complicated because I believe CMG is going to try to bully him for those masters. They're going to probably look at the contracts. They're probably going to look at any paperwork that was done. And they're probably going to look at it to say, you need to show that you really did own the masters, or they're going to offer him some little bit of bread. Yo, here's $100K, my nigga. Get out the way. We own the masters now. You get what I mean? They obviously signed GloRilla for a lot of money. They need to own the masters. So they're going to try to get him out of the way. He's probably holding out for the biggest possible bag he could get from the situation. Why? He has no more stake with GloRilla. After he sells his masters, nobody cares about him. So he's probably trying to jugging, finessing, wheeling deal, trying to get the biggest bag he can because GloRilla is now a star. GloRilla is going to keep making music, right? And he only has this one master, but it's her biggest song. So again, he's doing these side deals because that's the only way he could get paid, right? Unfortunately, a successful song is going to come between people. You know why? Because producers usually get the shitty end of the deal. Think about a producer who produced, I remember F.N.F said the Trap Queen came from some nigga overseas, right? That nigga got his publishing. He probably got a fee for doing the song. But F.N.F is now a huge superstar, and you don't even have like a branded tag. So nobody really knows you. So producers always get like the raw end of the situation. So I think because this motherfucker owns the masters, he's not just trying to get cut out the situation. And that's all it is. The dude's just not trying to get cut out of the situation. He wants to be in the situation. And look, Hitkidd took to his Twitter account to call out the Memphis rapper. And by the way, he probably was trying to sign GloRilla to him that he could be always in the situation, and he would have did the same deal. She could have did the same deal with CMG, but he's forever tied to her career, right? Look, Hitkidd took to his Twitter to call out the Memphis rapper, alleging that she and her team tried to claim ownership of the song. Bingo, exactly what I said. The producer, Hitkidd, is saying he owns it. According to him, Big Lo signed a contract for the song without telling him the terms. Again, whoever owns the song has to clear if that song is ever used anywhere. So then, I guess he wrote, so basically these folks trying to take me to court over F.N.F, which I told you they're just going to go to court because they want to own the song. He's standing on it. He says, I own it. He said, but they want to own the song to put it on this EP, which both parties knew. So tell me, how are you going to put F.N.F in your contract without telling me? Essentially, he's saying, it's my fucking song. He said, after I told you and your manager every day that we are in L.A. with Saweetie and that labels are going to try to sign you because of F.N.F, so watch out. I also told you to let me know when labels reach out so we can be on the same page, but you still went and signed my song without telling me. Okay, let me give you another thing. For example, say when Pop Smoke, no, not Pop Smoke, say when Fabio Foreign popped off. When he gets signed, right? When he gets signed by Columbia, part of the deal is going to be that Big Drip, which was released before he got in the deal, Big Drip goes to Columbia. So Columbia owns Big Drip now. You get what I mean? Now imagine if he signs the deal. Remember, it was a $1.5 million deal for Fabio. He signs the deal, but then it comes back later that he didn't own the song to sign that masters away, right? The masters is owned by the producer, right? Now, again, these are record labels. They do bully tactics. They're not about to sit here and be like, oh, no, because in reality, and I might be losing some of y'all, but I think y'all staying locked in. The producer really, when the producer is saying, I told you that labels are going to try to sign you, so let me know that we could be on the same page. Well, first of all, the only thing you got to do with her deal is that they want the song. So again, yeah, the only thing she got to tell you is like, yo, they're signing me, right? And obviously she got signed for $600,000. He probably was gonna look at it and be like, yo, let me get $200,000 out of that because he wants to get paid for the song, right? That's all this is. The nigga just want to get paid for the song, but he's probably a little bit salty that this is his only check he finna get. Of course, he'll get paid from like, publishing on the song and whatever. But after he gets this check and he sells the masters of this song, GloRilla gonna have a whole career. I personally think he wanted to sign GloRilla to him or GloRilla to include him into her deal. No, people only care about the star. It's like Mealy Mall and Ruri thinking that, oh no, well, what about us? Nobody cares about y'all. People care about the star. It's only the star. Okay? So like, this is why he's kind of like, bro, you don't got no leverage on this. Like, oh, I told you today, told your manager today we were with Saweetie, that label's going to sign you because of the song. Yeah, they signed, she was hot because of the song, but they're signing her. Her whole career isn't that song. Like, my nigga, what's going to come down to? And let me tell you how labels work. This is exactly, because I've seen labels work like this. The labels, so CMG, who has a partnership with, I believe, Interscope. Is it Interscope? Who do they have a partnership with? Gotti CMG signs deal. Let me see. Who they signed to? Is it Interscope? Oh, it's Interscope. It's Interscope. Yep. Interscope, as I said. Okay, so let me tell you exactly how this is going to go down. And Hitkidd, if you ever see this nigga, yes, I could predict the future because I've seen this before. You're a nobody in the music game, okay? Not disrespecting you, that's just the reality. You're a nobody. Interscope Records is going to come to you because, number one, Interscope Records is the backer of CMG. So CMG probably don't got those big lawyers to whatever, but Interscope is going to do the dirty work here. in their scope, somebody over there is going to step in, maybe a lawyer or somebody who cares about the partnership they have with CMG. And they're going to say to you, nigga, if you ever want to produce a fucking next song in this industry, you're going to sell that fucking masters instantly. And you're going to sell it, brother. That's all you're going to do. So you're not holding no masters hostage in no fucking music business. They'll blackball the shit out of you before you think you the boss. You're nobody in this game. Okay? I've seen, hey, listen. I heard those conversations being had when that nigga Pierre Bourne wasn't trying to clear that song for 6ix9ine, nigga. They said if that nigga ever want to produce a fucking song in this music business again, they don't care what his beef is with 6ix9ine. He gonna clear that shit. Bro, that's how it works in music business. They're gonna bully you. Twist your arm, shit's going down, okay? This ain't about no fucking like we're all friends. Hell no. So he's about to get up off these masters. Facts, okay? So he's just trying to make sure he gets some of the money. I could understand his self though, okay? I could understand like how he's thinking because of this. I'm gonna tell you why. He's probably looking at like, yo, GloRilla, you're selfish. You went and got the bag without me. If you had went with me, I could have got a bigger check for the song and I would have just backed out the way. Now they got GloRilla, they're just gonna bully this nigga. You feel me? If him and GloRilla was standing side and side, where GloRilla was like, yo, you signed me, but you also got to pay my producer for the song because it was his song. You get me? He would have got a bigger check. Now they're going to just bully the shit out of him. And matter of fact, before they even pay this nigga, they're about to just go to court and just say, nigga, this was never your song. So you get what I mean? So he feels super salty. He's like, yo, not only did I miss out on this check, you didn't stay with me until I got the check, and now you got your record label trying to bully me, talking about they're taking me to court, saying I never even owned the song. You get what I mean? So of course he's a little tight, right? The 27-year-old producer concluded that he did his best to protect the rapper, and he will always be a stand-up guy, stand on business and moral. However, it didn't take long for whatever to get back to Memphis MC, who responded to a personal page, called him salty for not signing. Oh, yeah, for her not signing with his record label, Cam South Records. Niggas been salty since I was inside to the group for nothing. It was like, one more thing for a lot. Yeah. He said, you signed the song away. Nah, he didn't sign it away for $50,000. He allowed the song to be used on the project. You get what I mean? He allowed the song to, and he probably just used that $50K price. Anyway, Did GloRilla drop an EP? I'm guessing it's her EP he's talking about. Oh yeah, if he did that paperwork with the label, they're not leasing the song from you, nigga. They own the shit. Listen, bro, we talking about a fucking system with the best lawyers in the world. Some nigga out of what the fuck Tennessee ain't gonna be like, oh no, whatever. No, yeah, she's saying, nigga, you took $50K and you don't own the shit no more. You sold the whole shit for $50K. It's over. Damn. That's tough. She concluded on her Facebook rant, said, niggas made so much money, I ain't made 1 cent. Cause other than shows, but I'm still prospering, blah, blah, da, da, da. All right, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. If CMG gave you $50K, my nigga, trust me, they're not leasing your song, my nigga. They own your shit. So I don't know if you ain't getting niggas to read the. I'm sorry, like, bro, this is the music business, my nigga. They do bully tactics. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. There is a way where, like, you know, maybe he could be telling the truth. I just don't think, honestly, and I'm kind of like judging it here, bro. He's nobody in the music business. They're gonna bully him. You get what I mean? I'm gonna give you a different example. Like 6ix9ine owned, actually, what song was it? And they put it on. Yeah, so 6ix9ine owned the masters to Fifi, right? Nicki Minaj put Fifi on her album, right? Was it Fifi or was it Trolls? No, it's Fifi, right? Yeah, they co-owned Trolls. 6ix9ine's label owned the masters to Fifi. They allowed Nicki to use it on her album. Okay, that's some quick paperwork. I don't even remember. I don't even know if there was payment involved, but it could have been. Regardless, see, that's one thing, right? You know, but obviously, you're not gonna just take the nigga song and be like, you own it now. This dude, I just think that he's gonna be out of luck, bro. I'm sorry, he's gonna be out of luck.